Come closer, my fresh young lass. Let me take a look at ya before I tap that ass.
This is the Horrible Film School. Take a seat and slowly peel open those trapper keepers. I am Chris, and I'm here with Professor Hootie.
What's up, boys? Excited to be here for a interesting film today.
Speaking of interesting guests, we're also joined by the OG Mac Daddy of all the zombie fly girls, Professor Joy, a.k.a. Postmaster Nasty.
Oh, top of the morning to yous. Happy St. Patty's Day from us to you.
The fuck kind of a voice was that, man?
That was my Irish bartender voice. Like I'm in a pub.
Drunken
Like I'm at
Irish
O'Callahan's.
In a public house. Speaking of pubs, old McCool's, they shut that down recently.
Yeah, they shut that bitch down.
News.
I heard about that. That's tragic.
Depressing, man. I like that place. Get a little bangers and mash every night.
Yeah, you like it so much you haven't eaten there in like 4 years.
I went there like
well,
a
it
year
had
ago.
the downstairs had the bar, which was like the heartbeat of the restaurant, which was a really cool setup.
Shit's always coming and going, as they say.
I've been watching a lot of Cheers lately, and it's basically the same setup as Cheers.
Oh, maybe they got sued by Woody Harrelson. He's in that show, right?
He is in that, yes.
There's some of that 80s shit.
Yeah.
I got a few news tidbits here. The Oscars are behind us. Weapons and Sinners, putting some horror acting in the spotlight, boys. We got a Best Actor winner and a Best Supporting Actress winner out of two of the big horror movies this year. Shocking.
I was shocked.
Temple, go ahead and call it Bone Temple nominee coming up, guaranteed.
Oh, no. I think that movie is too abstract.
Is that not in this round of Oscars?
No. 28 years later was eligible. Bone Temple. It's January, so it's a 2026 film.
You think 28 years later got a goose egg, but 28 years later, Bone Temple is going to get something.
Bro, Ralph Fiennes is just fucking next level in that movie.
The PR for that movie was so bad, Hootie. The fucking Oscar people didn't even know that shit came out either.
Oh, it's coming for you, boys. Go ahead and eat them words. Put that big old fat dick in your mouth and eat it.
I was shocked that Michael B. Jordan got that Oscar.
I think a lot of people were shocked, to be honest
I'm
with
going to say low-key, he was not the best of the 5 nominees by any stretch of the imagination, but it is what it is.
Was he top 3?
No, not in my book.
So what do you think it was?
2 roles, guys.
Why do you think he won, Chris?
2 roles.
I mean,
yeah,
fucking Eddie Murphy didn't win for Nutty Professor, so it don't really fucking matter now, does it? He played every role in that goddamn movie.
This is fucking true. Nutty Professor. What was the one with Jack Black? Tropic Thunder. Jack Black played like.
What about Big Mama's House, bro?
What was it? The Poots? What the hell was the name of the family?
It was called the fucking Poots. No, it was the Farties, you fucking idiot.
The Farties.
The Poots sounds so much better.
Like 8. You played like 8 different farting motherfuckers.
In some countries, can they consider it a compliment?
Jesus.
Can't touch this. I watched the fake previews for Tropic Thunder so many
just the fake
times.
trailers. That intro is fantastic. Getting to know all the actors. It's
man,
top tier.
It's so fucking good.
And I got 2 here. They're kind of holding each other's hands. So first off, Arnold Schwarzenegger says he is in talks with Dan Trachtenberg about returning to the next Predator film.
I don't
do it. Is that what you're going to say?
What do you mean
don't do it? Hold up. I love Arnold to death.
I'd rather watch him than that big nose fucker Adrian Brody 1,000 times in the fucking Predator movie.
As every other guy does. But he's just, he did it for Terminator and it was fine. I don't know.
Think this is going to sell you the OG? It's going to take 87 down a peg if he doesn't.
Yeah, let's just move on with a different script, different actor, different setup.
I don't think T2 has been affected in any way, shape, or form by any of those sequels. At least not.
Well, you're talking about maybe the greatest action movie of all time next to Die Hard.
Exactly. You can't touch that. And this is kind of related. Michael Sarnowski, who directed A Quiet Place Day One, is reportedly being asked to direct the Alien Romulus sequel.
So it's going to be a straight sequel to Romulus?
Yeah, it's been pinned as Alien Romulus sequel.
That's dope.
I don't know if we're going to continue to follow Kaylee Spaney or what we're going to do exactly, but looks like we got some talent behind the camera to keep the story rolling.
Did her robot live in the movie, her brother?
Her android? I don't recall, actually.
Because that actor was in the long... Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't long. I'm pretty sure he like did one of those sacrifice himself things for her, if I remember correctly, because she's the only one who saw the humanity in him.
Yeah, he did an Armageddon.
He was a great actor.
That's what I would have done.
He Bruce Willis that shit.
AJ, tell my baby girl I love
Survive and fuck my daughter.
Harry, I love you, Harry.
I just want to shake the hand of the bravest man I've ever met.
The daughter, motherfucker. The daughter of the bravest man I've ever met. You don't slander Armageddon.
The animal crackers go to the watering hole, where they go up to the titties, or where they go down to the pussy. I remember that.
Why?
Tuned in next week. This is the best part of what he says at the end.
I know this is a debate that's going to plague mankind forever. Why couldn't they just teach the astronauts how to drill a hole?
Who the fuck want to watch that?
That's boring ass movie.
I understand.
You don't want the whole movie set in NASA. Fuck that. Michael Bay would have said, "What is this shit? Let's get the rednecks on the damn asteroid."
Let's get Michael Clark Duncan
That's
out
where
here.
the money's. Let's get Michael Clark Duncan out in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I want some Creedence Clearwater Revival on this fucking asteroid, baby.
I see a bad moon rising. All right, moving on. Here's my boy Jack O'Connell. Jason Clarke and Katie O'Brien have been cast in A Quiet Place Part 3. Emily Blunt, Cillian Murphy, Millicent Simmons, and Noah Jupe are also reprising their roles, and that comes into theaters next July 2027. Jack O'Connell is from Sinners and from The Bone Temple, so he's one of us.
He's the token white guy in that movie.
He's fucking doing it, baby. He's the Irishman, head of the vampires.
Oh, he's that guy. Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Sammy!
He's also like one of the coolest parts of The Bone Temple. Him and Ray Fiennes is fantastic together. Last thing I got here, of course, what would it be without a little update on A24's Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake, baby. Is officially says coming soon to Peacock. Set your damn DVR, Joy. Get your
fucking Peacock!
This man just said officially official.
Peacock, your Peacock. Yeah, it's NBC, right? Peacock NBC. There you go.
So it's not going to be on, I guess, normal poor man's TV.
What the fucking satellite dish you buy from goddamn fucking Walmart and stick on the side of your house?
Yeah, like your local channels. Your Fox.
You're
your
asking
CBS.
like would they like an over-the-air broadcast of the A24 Friday the 13th?
Yeah, the fucking CW.
Free television.
The CW is gonna be hosting this shit.
It's 7
Put it on
o'clock
like
on
11
Tuesday.
o'clock.
I'm doing the fucking WB.
I forgot about that racist ass frog. Yeah, that's all the news I got. You boys got anything to share?
I got something in regards to our topic today with old St. Patty's Day. The Trick or Treat Company is making the ultimate, what they call, the ultimate version of the Leprechaun. They're crafting a 30-inch Leprechaun figure.
This is going to sound fucked up, but is that like fit to scale of Warwick Davis?
I don't know the scalability.
Motherfucker. The some bitch ain't 2 foot tall, you goddamn asshole.
So then that
would put him at 2'6".
Hold on. Why didn't they just push it to be his actual height then? There's nothing that much further.
The article I read could have had the measurements wrong. Y'all can look it up yourselves, but I read 30 inches.
Is it talking about a leprechaun or the leprechaun, as in like the character we're watching in this movie?
As the Leprechaun. It's like...
So it's Warwick Davis' Leprechaun. Okay.
Supposed to be the most like articulate version yet.
Why didn't they just make it a little bit taller? I guess that's my only question.
It's going to be a long show.
It's going to be a long-ass covering a barely 90-minute movie here. Anything else we want to share if we hop into that time of the year?
Not for me.
All right, let's do it. It is mid-March, which means two things of equal import. We got a national holiday called St. Patty's Day, and my birthday is on the horizon. So with that being said, we are going to step into today's assignment, Leprechaun in the Hood from the year 2000.
Would you say he's doing no good? Or no, up to no good?
Up to no good? Is it up to no good doing it? I gotta look at the lyrics. I gotta get that shit on the Spotify. Fired up. Today's lesson, here's a good one, boys. Flee while you can. The future is not good, for no one is safe from a lep in the hood.
So he subverts.
Bro.
Did he subvert the rhyming expectation right there?
You know, it didn't even click with me watching this movie that they're playing on the fact that leprechauns rhyme and that rap music is synonymous with rhyming.
Jesus Christ.
As to why they even join these two ideas together.
And you're the one who likes the high level horror.
Yeah, this is probably why I avoided this movie entirely when I was a 12-year-old boy at the time that it came out. I was above it all, man.
I cannot explain. I was going to go to over it in my analysis. I cannot explain how excited I was when I saw this movie show up. Excited when I saw this movie show up in our local video store, because this was a straight-to-video film. This was before the internet took off. So you show up to the video store, you're like, oh, we got a Leprechaun
movie. It was breaking
movie.
News, man. It just popped.
And he's in
the
hood.
Damn it. Two of my favorite things to be. In the video store and in the hood. It's just singing to a little 9-year-old boy in the middle of rural North Carolina. They made this one for us. All right, let me grab the reins here. I'm going to start with some fan reviews for you. This is a bit of a negative one to start out here, boys. This is from June 11th of 2020. Both of these fetched from the lovely Rotten Tomatoes, as it were. This is movie trash, booty cheeks, an F grade, and every other term that means bad. Terrible acting, no plot, and bad rapping. Do not watch. Unless you're a fan of bad movies and love to laugh. That seems like a recommendation to me, but all that aside, that is a 0.5 out of 5-star review.
That was terrible. This movie was not that bad.
This movie was booty cheeks, dog, according to this guy. And he knows rap because he said booty cheeks.
It's got a pretty easy story to follow.
Do not watch unless you love to laugh. Like, point to the motherfucker who hates to laugh. What are you going to have in common with that person?
I can't stand
to fucking laugh. It's definitely
when the motherfucker tell me a joke.
Definitely more of a comedy film than a horror film, but
oh yeah, it's very, very self-aware. All right, let me pop over to a positive. Get the positivity back in here. This is from October the 5th of 2014, also by way of Rotten Tomatoes. This film exists because the Leprechaun movies sold/rent extremely well in low-income urban areas. Also, they film it around their film offices in Los Angeles. But in doing so, they stumbled onto something great, because this film is better than it has any right to be. A predominantly African-American cast takes over what has been a lily-white franchise, and the result is good. The three main leads have great chemistry and tell a decent, tragic tale of a trio of positive rappers who commit one crime and end up incinerating their futures as a result. The Leprechaun's humor is better than it's ever been. Ice-T does not slum it. This was the jolt the franchise needed. A great fun film to watch with your friends. 4.5 out of 5.
Totally agree.
This was the jolt the franchise needed.
This is actually has a lot more depth than quite a few of the Leprechaun movies has in terms of like its overall meaning, I guess.
The lore, you mean?
Well, like, all right, most of the Leprechaun movies, it's like, okay, greed is bad, right? Greed is what gets you killed.
Right, yeah.
But in this, it's like, all right, yes, greed gets you killed, but if you turn on your morals, then it also has a tendency to lead you down a dark path.
It's got a bit of juice baked in there too, you would say.
You got the juice now.
Don't
God, I wish Leprechaun would have said that to post.
Tupac would have been the shit in us, man.
One of my favorite movies.
The box office here. This is, like we say, the ultimate fan review. I have a question mark versus a $1.4 million budget. I cannot find reliable video VOD sales for this bad boy. I don't know if either of you could dig that one up, but I could not.
I tried to find some as well and came up with nothing.
Yeah, a bunch of poopy doo-doo. I mean, it continued the franchise, and it kept it in the same lane with the next one, right, Back to the Hood. So it must have done something in the right direction as far as monetary return.
Yeah, I wonder how. I'm sure they have, individual package sales kind of stuff, but I wonder how they look at the monetization, because, like you said, it did get a sequel, Back to the Hood, and the sequel is not very good.
Oh, fucking spoiler alert for 2027.
So
wait, you saying Back to the Hood ain't good?
From what I remember
Boy,
of it,
Back to the Hood shit's all over this fucking movie.
Does it? Okay.
Yes, Back to the Hood is actually like one of the better Lep sequels there is, man.
It's the last Warwick Davis one too, I believe.
It's the one that ran him out of the fucking business.
It ran him out of the franchise, or did it set him up for life? And he's just like, I ain't gonna work ever again. Back to the Hood, still paying my fucking mortgage to this day.
Well, I think he went on to be in Harry Potter.
Yeah, this motherfucker went on to be in Harry Potter, Star Wars, all sorts of shit, Chris.
Hootie, will you just quit?
Don't forget the don't forget the failed Willow show on Disney Plus.
Ah, fuck, swing and a miss. We've all been there.
I still have never seen a Willow. I don't know if I ever will.
You ever seen the movie? Damn, bro.
No.
Just do it for Val
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer, bro.
Just for a Val Kilmer retrospective, you gotta pop it on, dog. All right, let's step into the crew here. This is if you pull up any sort of behind the scenes notes on this here flick, you're not gonna find a lot, so this should go pretty quickly. This movie was directed by Rob Spera, who I have here is known for The Sweet Life from 2016, whatever the hell that is.
Of Zach and Cody?
8 episodes. No, 2016. Those dudes was like 03, 04, right?
Maybe this is
Criminal
like
Minds
the,
from 2005.
sequel.
It's possible. 8 episodes of Criminal Minds and 1 episode of Supernatural.
Ooh.
And that is all I could find about Mr. Rob Spera.
How these guys get these, I want to call it big budget movies, but he
I
got
can't even figure that out, man.
He got to direct a Leprechaun film, and then he goes on to direct 1 episode of a series that had 20 seasons.
Yeah, I don't understand. Was it like a lottery? How did they pick his ass? I cannot find any background on how he landed on this gig.
It's also, yeah, like, was this his shot at prove us what you can do as directing and we'll give you more jobs?
I feel like
Maybe
the
he was
studio,
just in the right meeting at the right time.
The studio put a flyer out asking if any director out there would be willing to make a movie and didn't have to worry about the racial repercussions, like coming off as like a black exploitation film. Like, is anybody not worried about like ruining their career?
Right, yeah. Who wants this to be the one movie that they make? Because that's what the fuck it's going to be.
This is the movie he's known for.
It's bad.
Nah, bro, The Sweet Life, 2016. You never fucking heard of The Sweet Life?
This movie has some serious cringe moments.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's definitely a product of the year 2000. Speaking of products, I had to write this shit down. I had to make 3 bullet points to dissect who wrote this movie and how all this shit works here. So we have 7 people credited in the writing process of this movie.
Whoa.
You ready for this? This was based upon characters created by Mark Jones. We've talked about him before. OG writer. Story by William Wells and Alan Reynolds. That's a pair. They get the ampersand. And Rob Spera, the director, and Doug Hall. But the screenplay was by John Huffman and Doug Hall. So it took that many minds working together to get what you got on screen here, boys.
So,
I got no credits for any of these folks, by the way.
You said screenplay and script.
I said story by. Did I? I may have misspoken, but story by. 4 people wrote the story, 2 people wrote the screenplay.
So what's the difference between a story and a screenplay?
It's like bullet points. Like you can write a story with, this is what happens, da-da-da-da. Screenplay.
Yeah, then the screenplay is for actual
dialogue.
Film, yeah.
You write the action. It's what's actually used on set. That's what the actors are reading from.
I got you.
You pitch the movie with the story, and then you
Like, you can
write
get a story by just by having an idea that a studio uses.
Yeah, but you have to contribute X amount of work to get a story credit.
Why are we doing a podcast, boys? Let's write some things.
Okay, Adam Sandler is a stapler.
Adam Sandler is a dolphin.
Who do you are? What's his fucking name? Expedo?
You happen to be, hey, Osimo, you
Hey,
happen to
Osimo.
be a pleasure model, would you?
Cannot compute. What? He unzips his fucking pants. He says, lame.
Damn, South Park's still kicking.
Oh,
They got any
still
other crew
fucking there.
notes? I got, like I said, all those writers, but not a single credit amongst them that I could bear to share.
I got nothing either. This is probably one of the saddest behind the scenes we've ever done.
Yeah,
Really?
this
You
one
didn't
was-
get any, like, weird-ass documentary from the public library?
You should have made one, Udi. This is a fucking perfect opportunity for you. All these documentaries you've watched, and we have something that hasn't been documented yet. Get the
This is
fucking work.
true. This is
You
a
write the
missed
story.
opportunity.
I'll write the screenplay. Joy will direct it.
Man.
Back to the hood. That's the next one. We're going back to the
Make
hood.
it sound more like a fucking Irishman.
I just want to sit down with Ice-T and be like, why? First question, why?
Ice-T, what are you doing, bro?
First of all, Ice-T
I gotta
is giving it everything he's got in this fucking movie.
Ice-T.
That he is.
Savage, motherfucker.
Force of nature.
We'll get to him. Let's step into some production notes. I got a handful here, but again, I feel like I usually bombard this one, so one of yous have at it. I'll fill in what I got.
I heard at one point the filming had to be halted because Warwick Davis had chronic flatulence.
Dude, what in the... I read that same
think
fucking...
he
That was
was
the
eating-
number one fact that I found. I
Dude,
was like,
he
who can prove this?
He went into fucking Daniel Day-Lewis mode and just started eating straight up potatoes
Full-on
and
character.
haggis and fucking all sorts of like Scottish,
Bangers
Irish
and mash,
breakfast
bruh.
or some shit.
Sheep stomach, all
Snapping
that
into
good stuff.
bangers.
Just snapping the dogs, just down in
He's
the
got
dogs.
a fucking
right
Lily
there.
drinks a Guinness first thing in the morning.
Between each take, he got gout. Your hands is all busted up and shit, Warwick. For the documentary, definitely get some footage of the chronic flatulence situation.
Someone's got a video of it.
Got to be at least some audio of it.
I'm just seeing
like
him.
during a take, he just fucking ripping farts.
Just seeing Warwick like holding a wall and just
God.
make it stop.
During the rap battle, he just starts, he's shitting himself. Is it like a diarrhea of farts? I don't know what chronic flatulence would feel like.
Can't you say like gas sex or something?
I feel like Joey has had chronic flatulence at some point. What does it feel like, Joey?
Oh man, I'm telling you, like it's
Like a river of wind
it's like
coming
you
out of your
have
butthole?
if like you have this endless supply of farts coming out of you, and you trying to get it all out, and it's almost like it's a fart factory in your guts, and like the little
The
elves,
farties, what was the name of that
little
fucking
elves
pun?
inside,
The farties.
they were working overtime.
I don't think we ever talked about farts so much.
I had this was the last entry released by Trimark, which I think Trimark sold after this movie.
Yeah, I think I saw that it was disbanded in 2001. I'm not exactly sure what that terminology means. Probably
Yeah, let's fucking
sold
get
their IP.
Let's
All
make
that
sure
shit.
we release the fucking Leprechaun in the Hood before we sell this thing, guys. This could be the one that saves the company.
This some bitch was released on March 28th of 2000. It's actually, I think, one of the closest ones to St. Patrick's Day as far as release day. I thought that was interesting. We'll be hitting the damn 26-year anniversary when we air this episode, boys.
Hey,
That's my third note,
Almost
Chris.
to the day.
Okay?
Oh, that was your third note? Fuck me, right? I got one more. You got anything else to touch on, Joe?
are you gonna talk about Ice-T?
Nah, I don't have an iced tea fact. You got an iced tea fact?
This was the first film where Warwick Davis wasn't solely the top billed. He shared the honor with Ice-T.
Bow down. Iced tea punked his ass.
I got one more, but it's gonna be really juicy, like an actual good one. So you go ahead and do what you gotta do.
It's not about the director of Leprechaun 3 and 4, Brian Trenchard Smith, is it?
No.
Oh, here you go then. The director of Leprechaun 3 and 4 in space, Brian Trenchard Smith, pitched an idea that the fifth movie would be about the leprechaun finding his way into the White House. The director said his version would have seen the little imp infiltrating an oafish but well-meaning first family. Imagine fucking Warwick Davis's Leprechaun and Donald Trump.
What do we have here? He's a great guy. He's a little green guy. He's our best little green guy.
He
He
loves
would have
gold.
had ice on his ass. Ooh, the
He
fucking
loves
golden
gold.
toilet. The golden toilet, man. You can make this. That could be a movie. I would watch that.
Oh, this is coming together nicely.
But yeah, this was 2000, so I guess it would have been a Bill Clinton spoof at that point. But
We need to put us out of the documentary, boys. We have a pretty good script idea right now.
we got to get Warwick and Donnie on the phone again.
Bill Clinton trying to
It's like
fuck
the
the
UFC
leprechaun.
on the White House lawn. You going to fuck the leprechaun? Oh, we're getting into uncharted territories here. What's you got another juicy one you said, Joey? Lay it on us, man.
Yeah, man, since the factoids for this movie are few and far between, here's a pretty interesting note about Warwick Davis and his career. Amongst all the actors and actresses in Hollywood, Warwick Davis is the actor with the highest average gross per movie he's been in, with an average
There's
of
no fucking
$623 million per film,
There's
bolstered
no
in
way.
large part due to his roles in over 10 Star Wars projects, as well as the Harry Potter series.
I don't know. So we're counting Leprechaun in this?
Yeah, per film.
This is some stat here.
Per film.
This is like a
I'm going to need to see the data.
It's on Wikipedia.
This got to be fucking true then. I did see he was like I think I mentioned this last time, is the highest grossing supporting actor of all time.
wow.
He's been in the most movies as a supporting actor collectively that made more box office than anyone else because of all the Star Wars and the Harry Potters.
I mean, it's two of the biggest franchises of all time.
Yeah, it's like 2 of your top 5 moneymakers right
I
now.
imagine if that motherfucker was in Lord of the Rings, is one of them little monsters.
Oh, Hobbits?
No, man, the little monsters.
Good people. Speaking of the Lord of the Rings, you brought the Hunt for Gollum. Supposed to start filming next year.
Hey,
Elijah
I'm ready,
Wood coming
baby.
back. Take me back, Peter. Take me back.
What is the hunt for Gollum?
It's like the Hunt for Red
It's
October,
a-
but it's they use Gollum.
Not submarines.
Yeah, Gollum gets a submarine, and there's a World War II. It's gonna be the shit. Hitler's there.
Photos there.
From my understanding, it's like a side story from when Gollum is missing. So it's like it would have happened within the trilogy at some point.
Oh.
You just didn't see it on screen at the time. Maybe a bit
asked
of a
for
cash
that?
grab, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Apparently, Peter Jackson and all the Gandalf, everybody's coming back. So hard to turn your nose up at that bad boy. All right, man. If that's all we got, we'll step into a time machine. Go back to the year 2000. Back when gasoline was so affordable, boys. Let's go back to the hood with Leprechaun in the hood.
Curious aroma. Interesting blend.
Interesting bullshit. That's the bomb right there.
The bomb? Ah, the bomb. A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
In Los Angeles, Mac Daddy Onassis and Slug discover a hidden room filled with gold and a petrified leprechaun held in place by a magical amulet. Mac Daddy takes the golden flute, but Slug removes the amulet, reviving the leprechaun, who immediately kills him. Mac Daddy manages to retrap the creature with the amulet and escapes with the flute.
So this movie opens up and totally disregards that his ass is in outer space.
Yeah, what?
Oh, with yeah.
Oh, no. Hold on. We talked about this last time.
Oh, about this being multiple timelines or multiple leprechauns.
No. Leprechaun in Space takes place hundreds of years in the future.
Oh, okay. It's the prequel.
He hasn't gone yet.
Hasn't happened.
It's coming. I mean, obviously they're building up the lore in this movie to get us to that point. It all makes sense. Brian Trenchard Smith had a plan.
I like how he sat down on his stairs and said that no one is safe from a Lep in the Hood.
A Lep in the Hood. I thought that was like clearly a shot from a previous entry, right? Him in the tree or whatever, counting his gold.
Yeah, that was B footage or reused footage from past movies.
Somebody just couldn't even shoot him sitting on a stump somewhere counting gold for this one.
He was too busy fucking farting. They didn't have time. He couldn't sit down.
They tried.
Motherfucker would have shit his pants.
All over the stump.
It looked like why did it look so grainy?
Because it was old footage.
Old ass footage, man. It was some shit from 1995.
He said, ain't nobody gonna pay attention. First of all, he said some racist shit. He said everybody come to see this movie in the theater is gonna be high anyway.
Damn, that's what Warwick Davis said?
No, that's what the damn guy who directed this shit.
Oh, Joey putting words in his mouth.
Guaranteed.
This shit cracked me up. Speaking of some racist shit, did you notice as soon as the leprechaun was freed up, what the motherfucker said? Free at last, free at last. I said, damn, boy, this motherfucker coming out firing.
Thank God Almighty, free at last.
I said, damn, I gotta write that one down. Woo! Warwick Davis got some balls on him.
That was so fucking good.
He had been uncomfortable with some of this stuff.
If we can have like a tally sheet of all the times we felt uncomfortable watching this movie.
I feel bad for Warwick. I read somewhere that he was really uncomfortable doing the rap scenes.
But
what do you guys think about the goofy ass amulet up in the air?
Oh, it happened twice.
I feel like that has something to do with the flute, though. It's like the holder of the flute is extra lucky or some shit.
Is he telekinetic or some shit?
Like it's some like passive ability or some shit. Because he's holding the flute when the amulet goes to the sky.
I can explain how bad. So Mac Daddy comes into this building with his partner named Slug, and that dude is a horrendous actor.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Barima McKnight?
I'm sure he's a great guy, but man, he was.
Name.
Yeah, Barima.
Hell yeah, Barima. What's he been in?
I ain't got a fucking clue. I didn't even look that shit up.
Damn. Well, since we've met two of the key players here, let's look at Mr. Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun. Ewok, Willow for Life, Harry Potter, Star Wars, etc. We've covered him 100 times. Anything new we want to share about Mr. Davis?
Oh, he recently received an Order of the British Empire for his contributions in art.
Was it because of this movie?
Yes. The Prince of Wales gave him that because of Leprechaun in the Hood.
Racist shit you was playing in 2000. That was fucking tight, bro.
We bestow upon you, Warwick, for your arts in the hood.
Welcome back from the hood, Mr. Davis. Kindly accept this knighthood. And we also have met Ice-T. Obviously, at this point, he is Mac Daddy Onassis. I got one big note about him. I feel like I know nothing about the man's musical career. I thought maybe someone else could shed some light on that. But since the year 2000, he has portrayed NYPD Detective Sergeant Odafin Tutola on the NBC police drama Law & Order Special Victims Unit, making him the longest-running male series actor in American television history.
565 episodes is he's been that character more than Ice-T.
26 years, bro. 26 years he's been doing this shit.
I remember
was
him
also
being
in-
the front man for Body Count. The metal
Cop
band.
Killer. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
he
Cop
was still
Killer.
active in with the metal band, but they
That's
had like
pretty
a
fucking
2025
dope, man.
release. So, is he a front man? What does he do in the metal band?
I think he's a front man.
He was also in New Jack City and a movie people love, Tank Girl.
Tank Girl. Why does that sound familiar?
It's
Like a Disney
like
movie or some
90s.
shit.
Definitely not a Disney movie, no. It's like a B movie that's very popular. I've never seen it. I just know it's popular.
Hell yeah, he's definitely a product of that like mid '90s gangster rap era, right? That's his rise to fame around there.
Yeah. Kind of what you hear in this movie. It's kind of what he sounds like. His rap sounds. I had a flashback going through his notes and stuff. He voiced a game called Sanity, Aiken's Artifact. This is like in the late 90s. As video, it was a PC game. And I got it at Walmart for like, I don't know, dirt cheap on clearance. And I love that game.
The hell kind of game was it? A shooter?
It was kind of like, it was like Diablo, somewhat, like a dungeon crawler.
I see, but it fucking worked in the late '90s.
But he voiced it. So like during the game, he would talk and he was just Ice-T talking, which was cool for its time.
But yeah, this scene, him with the wig, like this is supposedly, I guess it's set in the 70s. I don't know if it says that specifically, but I'm guessing just from the attire, like that's the idea here.
Yeah, it was either late 70s, early 80s. Him pulling the fucking switchblade and the bat out of his afro was so fucking funny.
Yeah, the afro.
It was, and it's just set up such
like
like a slapstick style comedy that the fucking movie kind of lost after this. Like I was all for it, man. I was waiting for it. Yeah,
along the way. Yeah, especially knowing we had 3 like leads coming up from the trailer. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a Three Stooges thing, but nah.
It was probably lost in the 6 writers that it had.
Yeah, maybe.
I liked how Warwick's face changed every time he pulled something out of his, wherever. He was like,
Ooh.
"Ooh."
Every time he was like, oh, I can do this. I can fucking burn your hand. Watch this. Ooh. Oh, he looks pretty good in this one, though. I think the makeup is a fair translation. It doesn't look like they've jacked it up. I know they do that a lot with these movies, a lot of the sequels. Can't figure out Michael's mask to this day, apparently. But they got the Leprechaun down pretty pat at this point.
It changes, his attire changes a lot in Back to the Hood, which is a big...
Oh,
I guess
shit.
because, well, I mean, I don't know what studio picked up this franchise, but they changed his look.
Did somebody just buy it to cash it out and throw no money at it?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Free at last, this motherfucker just got trapped again. In modern day LA, aspiring rappers Postmaster P, Stray Bullet, and Butch struggle to break into the music scene. After bombing an audition and failing to pawn a fake Jimi Hendrix guitar, they convince Mac Daddy, now a successful producer, to give them a shot. But he rejects them when they won't change their style.
Well, when that dude who was hosting the audition, he said to them,
shit,
the only record deal y'all getting is with the LAPD. That shit was
Damn right.
fucking fire, man.
Dude, that whole setup was weird. It's like they're just standing in like an old, like a church or some shit. I can't tell like the space that they're in during that audition. It is not a studio in any way, shape, or form.
It looked like a nursing home.
Yeah, it does kind of like a nursing home, like a lobby for a nursing home.
I feel like
Fucking bizarre.
in this movie, the same room is used multiple times with different furniture.
The sets leave a bit to be desired. It's one of my big notes about this one here. And the way the old dude, Postmaster P, holds a microphone, that is not how a rapper holds a microphone,
He
bro.
holds it like he's about to suck it, like a dick.
No, he doesn't hold it like that. Stray Bullet goes hard on it. He does like the Ja Rule. Like,
He does like the jaw. He does. They call the jawbreaker.
Postmaster P's like holding it like 20 feet from his face down by his stomach. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? I've never seen anybody rap like this.
I thought he was waiting for
caress
like
that
his
Yeah, me too, but he
verse
wasn't.
in the song, but he wasn't. Yeah.
He just kept going like, like he take the mic away, like I'm gonna step away and let you do your thing, and then come back to it.
You know what he needed
I
was one of those headset mics.
got some actor shout outs here. I have 0 credits for any of them, so feel free. Postmaster P is played by Anthony Montgomery. Anything, anybody?
I have some things. First of all, I do think he is the second best actor in the movie. I really enjoyed this
no
man.
money.
Oh yeah, who do you fucking ranking actors for Leprechaun? And you think? Hold on, you including Warwick Davis in that tier?
This is
Oh,
sad.
wait, he's third. He's third. Then sorry. Yeah.
third. Okay, I was gonna say,
Ice-T is
damn.
second, right?
Yeah, Ice-T.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
Ice-T
After that, I quit counting.
is trying way too hard not to be second for that. He was in 133 episodes of General Hospital, and 98 episodes of Star Trek Enterprise.
He's got some work. I think he might have had some kind of Nepo baby situation. I do remember seeing something about him being the grandson of someone pretty famous from back in the day, maybe.
Yeah, he looks like an actor.
Yeah, he got a good look to him. Got a good presence. Definitely has going for the Chris Tucker from Friday look throughout this fucking movie. You got to have that damn hat on back.
Now you say that, yeah.
That's all I saw during that trailer, dog. I was like, where the fuck Ice Cube at? We got the Ice T. Where the Ice Cube? His Stray Bullet, played by Rashawn Nall.
He was in one episode for the second show in a row, referencing the Bernie Mac show.
God damn, I thought he was going to say Silk Stockings. I'm about to fire that damn theme song.
I couldn't
right
find
here,
anymore.
right now.
Cloud have mercy.
I'm looking for
the
it
Lord
now.
is my shepherd. He know what I.
Miss Parker. God damn. And then Butch, played by Mr. Red Grant, who didn't even have a link to his name in the list of actors.
God damn. Are you serious?
Yeah, got nothing for Red. I thought he was pretty
Poor
entertaining.
guy.
He was in the Cat Williams feature, First Sunday. Cat Williams and Ice Cube, First Sunday.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
the Vin Diesel 90s movie that was produced, written, directed, and starring Vin Diesel called Strays.
Damn right. I had no idea Vin Diesel directed a movie before, so I learned something today. I was going to ask you, Joe, how much does a Jimi Hendrix guitar go for at a pawn shop?
Shit. Man, I'd get you every bit of $250.
$250 my ass.
$250
Jimi
my
Hendrix.
ass. Ain't no Jimi Hendrix fucking guitar coming to the pawn shop.
I like fucking Ice-T right here when he rejects them. They're talking about, we rap about positivity, man. We're trying to bring it back from all this hood rat shit. And Ice-T says, we rap about shooting your homeboy in the face type shit. That's what I want to hear. And he's got the Leprechaun just like in a fucking glass case on display in the office for some reason.
You'd figured he would make that shit bulletproof glass or something.
Yeah,
Get into it.
it's just like fucking sugar glass. There's nothing to it.
I don't know if we talked about the fact that once the amulet's on him, he's a like a concrete statue on top
He
of his
becomes
gold.
a statue. I think we've seen that in other movies before, right? In maybe the last one or two, where that's like whenever this amulet became a part of the lore. The second one, maybe?
Yeah, the second one was big.
Why is it in his office? Yeah.
No fucking idea. Just anybody can come up and knock this sandwich over. The cleaning lady could actually knock this motherfucker over. Ice-T's just hard as hell in this movie, man. I love it. He cranks his shit up to 100. Seeking revenge, the trio break into Mac Daddy's office to rob him. When he catches them in the act, Postmaster P panics and shoots him, seemingly killing him and stealing his golden flute. During the chaos, Butch removes the amulet from the Leprechaun statue unknowingly, bringing the Leprechaun back to life yet again.
Boy, when he shot Mac Daddy and then he started running his pockets. Did you see that fucking shit? Like Postmaster P, he went from like, all right, I'm not gonna rap about like gangster shit to shooting somebody and then running his pockets,
killing a motherfucker. And he said, "Give me that flute, baby." Did you catch like the editing of? They're like, "All right, we should rob this motherfucker," and then they're like, "Nah." But there's the editing of Post when he's walking up before the robbery. It's got like 4 cuts in it. I don't know if you guys caught that. It was really weird. It's really one shot of him walking up to them, and he never changes his position, but it cuts. He's like 10 feet closer. It fades again. He's another 10 feet closer. I was like, what the hell is this shit? Are they just padding the runtime here? Just some sloppy editing in here, man. That kind of shit takes me out of a scene. And then the motherfucker put like C4 on this glass case that he could have broke with the side of his hand like it was nothing.
I think it goes to show like it might have been some sort of like shatterproof glass. Like I think it might have been just,
but in real life,
it might have just been
no
like
fucking way.
something to prevent a plot hole.
Fucking, he had like straight up dynamite or some shit.
Well,
some
it
homemade
is
explosives in it, bro.
established early in the movie that he's kind of handy. He's kind of tech savvy.
He's the technical one, the Dr. Dre of the NWA. Yeah, the golden flute, we talked about it. Is it? That somebody looks like it's a piece of copper to me.
Yeah, it looks like some shit you got a cereal box back in the fucking 60s.
This is not
And a box of Lucky Charms.
And every time they
Brass.
play it, he has got his fingers nowhere near, I don't want to call them the holes or whatever they're called, but he's not playing it. He's just
He's just blowing
into it.
So yeah, we got Lip on the loose again. Our boys just killed a man, or did they?
Butch says, kind of like Robin Hood, except we're going to be robbing in the hood. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, when you was 9 years old, you was fucking hype. You wrote that one down. Using that shit at school tomorrow. Wait till we go to the fucking playground. Wait till we go to the playground, Steve. I'm going to walk up to Jesse and say, hey, Jesse, what about robbing in the hood?
Got him.
It reminds me of a meme from back in the day. There's like this redheaded girl. She's hanging out with a bunch of these guys, and it says, "Little Red riding the whole hood." I thought that was funny. I don't know why I just thought of that.
Leprechaun's making us think about the old times.
Leprechaun just fucking, he takes you back. If anything, he's good for that, taking you back. Mac Daddy survives the shooting thanks to a medallion on his chest, and he begins hunting the trio to reclaim that magical flute. The leprechaun also tracks them, using enslaved, I got a quote unquote here, zombie fly girls.
Oh my God.
To help recover his stolen golden flute. Is this something I'm supposed to be aware of? What the hell is a zombie fly girl?
Yeah, it's I think it's an old school way of saying like a groupie.
Yeah, he like looks at the camera almost when he says it. I'm like, is this like a fucking, is this some lingo I just don't understand?
This is the contribution that this director and screenwriters wanted to give to this franchise.
And we don't even see them like get entranced. It's like we see him dicking around, and then they're all just laying around him. They're all kind of like stoned out of their mind or whatever. And the kills we've seen to this point, like I don't think we even touched on the one at the very beginning with Slug. It's just not a lot of work put into the actual mayhem here.
Well, that
those
one,
cutaways that we hate so much.
He's literally got a plastic pick that he apparently uses.
With the damn afro pick through his damn throat.
Yeah, and it's off camera.
Off camera. It doesn't look great when he comes out with it. It's clearly like barely in there. I'm like, okay.
This is all happening while Ice-T's like staring at the ground for some reason.
Yeah, he's just sitting on his ass for like 5 minutes, just listening to his dude get gouged out with his damn throat with an afro pick. All right, we got the scene set. The trio discover that this flute can hypnotize listeners, making it a powerful tool for success, but also a beacon that draws the leprechaun to them. Actually, reading that note clarified way more to me just now than the movie ever did, but moving on. Meanwhile, the leprechaun kills Reverend Hanson, the pawn shop owners, and Fontaine as he closes in. There's a lot of shit going down right here, man. A lot of content to bite into.
I did feel bad for the pawn shop owner's name is Jackie D. and might be, besides Ice-T and Warwick Davis, like the most accomplished actor in the film.
Yeah, a fellow by the name of Dan Martin. Is that right?
That is correct. He was in one of your favorite movies that you've read the sequel in book form.
Heat 2, baby. The Allstate guy was also in Heat. He was I think he was the driver, if I remember correctly.
Allstate guy.
The guy with that cool voice. You're in good hands.
He's progressive, okay?
Oh, fuck me, right? It's not Jake. I know that shit.
That's true.
And then the other pawn shop owner is the Asian guy who, like, they talking to them about how he can dance and shit. When they
says,
like,
you mean
you
get down and jiggy with bitches and hoes?
I'm a freak. I'm nasty. I can dance. No, man, nobody wants to see you dance, Chan.
And the whole, I don't know, the scene with Fontaine was
Fontaine was the fucking shit.
They're crashing at Fontaine's place, who is a transgender prostitute, right? I don't know what you would call this in the year 2000.
I'm just sitting back on this one, bud.
Yeah, I don't know what you call this at the time, but this, I think, is a male dressing as a woman, and he's a prostitute as well.
Yeah, and he's talking about getting gender reassignment surgery and shit.
Yeah, like when he had some legit funny shit going on with that character though. I like when they were talking about, we got to find a place to stay. Where is it going to be safe? Hard cut to a dildo just sitting on a coffee table. That fucking cracked me up. We don't get enough dildos in these movies.
Why is this in the movie?
The dildo or the
no?
It's to show he's a degenerate. Okay.
Why? I gotta pause the movie. Why is there a dildo in this movie? He couldn't have it anymore. His brain was broken.
I got it paused on freeze frame, just questioning. What am I looking at?
Freeze frame. Family's coming over for dinner. Just leave the movie up on the projector like this. That's a big ass dildo up there.
It just seems like of all the places to hide out in this movie and in the script, I was like, this is an odd.
This is the safest place they could think of, bro. I really didn't understand the relationship to Fontaine, but seemed like a fun cat to hang around with. Yeah, they're all like, none of them were like related to him. It didn't seem, or had any kind of relationship to him. Maybe he's just someone that's known in the neighborhood. He'll hold you up for $20 or something.
And then she like, I guess, thinks the leprechaun's attractive. I don't know.
Yeah, she wanted to fuck the leprechaun for some reason. She's like, oh, come in here, baby. And it's not even like she was propositioning for money. She was just, hey, why don't you come in this room? We're going to fuck. Like, I'm here.
He said, you're the perfect height for me.
But it was pretty funny. Warwick walked in. He said, I came here for my flute. not for the fruit. Because Fontaine's walking around with his chest hanging out. He like undoes it at some point before he goes to bed. And there's this recurring bit where Butch is a virgin and they're like trying to push him onto Fontaine, which I thought was going to be like this whole awkward, like, cringe 2000 joke was going to go down, but it did not. Instead, where you got them kind of peeking into the room, and it looked like Warwick Davis was eating this dude's butthole or something. I wasn't really sure what was going on. What we were supposed to think was happening there. But they're like grossed out and back out of the room. They're like, I think Fontaine's in there getting some dick.
I don't know what we're supposed to take from that. Yeah, I was so confused.
Oh, he was definitely like fucking him to death. It's not the last time this is going to happen in this movie.
That's a quote from later in the movie. Fucking him to death. But yeah, he also killed the Reverend, which is kind of one of those B subplots where they go to a church and get conned into rapping, singing for a group of people, and they use the flute to hypnotize the crowd. Well, not my favorite moments of the movie, but it's there.
I gotta call out that they hide in the bathroom and the Leprechaun goes around the room digging through like drawers. Is he playing Arc Raiders? He's just. It even says
down square hitting them, Paul.
Where's my loot?
What is my damn loot? Yeah, they're in the damn bathroom, and motherfucker goes MacGyver with the lube that's in there. He starts squirting lube on like a fucking dish rag. He's like, I just plug this fucking heating pad into the wall and blow his ass up.
And they look at him like he's the smartest man for creating.
Oh, this motherfucker's so creative. And I like the scene here. Like, this is one of the few actually good stunts that they actually pull in the movie. This is when Lep busts in the door. They plug it in, flip the switch. Somebody catches on fire. Because it was a legit, like, little man fire stunt, man. Like, that's got to be a very specific... How often does that guy get work? You know what I'm saying?
And it happened for a long time.
Yeah, that was good firework. I'll give him that much. I hope that stunt man gets... I don't know. Maybe he'll be in the Hunt for Gollum. Maybe somebody gets set on fire or some shit. One of the hobbits.
And then at the church, Coolio shows up.
Fucking Coolio. There's even a shout out. They say, "Is that Coolio?" He's like, "All right." He just starts fucking bobbing his head.
And he just leaves, I guess.
That's it. Yeah, there's your cameo. There's your Ice-T. Ice-T got that for you for free. There's no way they paid his ass $5 to do that. All right, moving on. At a hip-hop contest, the Leprechaun finally corners the trio and magically forces a stray bullet to aim a gun right at Butch's forehead. When Postmaster P returns the flute, he tries to fight back, but the Leprechaun forces a stray bullet to shoot himself, killing him in front of his homeboys.
Man, they carry his body to the fucking car and display it in the car. You talk about the good acting from Postmaster P in this movie. That look like fucking shit.
It's so
What
good.
was that shit?
He like brushed his fucking chin and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of awkward cuts. I don't know if you noticed, like the TV show dissolves that happen.
There's no transition. There's no transition.
The transitions are fucking weird.
They're literally like it's almost like the fucking window movie wipes.
Yeah, it's like a TV show. Like they're going to commercial and then they're coming back, and then hard cut to a dildo. That was my favorite. That was my favorite cut in the whole movie. You should just hard cut to a dildo every time some dramatic shit's going on. You're gonna make me laugh every time.
I will say I watched this movie on Sci-Fi, so when it goes to those fade outs,
it was natural for you. Yeah.
So it made sense.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, I get it.
Surely that's not the way the movie was made. That's just edited for TV. No, this motherfucker made this movie this way. But yeah, them taking his body to the car and leaving it there, I was like, weren't they in a public place when he was killed or when he died?
Oh yeah, they were in like the back room of the contest.
Well, shouldn't there be like police and like an EMS? Like people should. Like, why are they carrying his body out of there? What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, and they just left the car.
They said he's gonna get found in there by some fucking wino, and there's no way for him to end his life.
I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but when they pull up in that car earlier in the film and they park or they hit the brakes, that thing is rocking hard back and forth.
No, like the brakes are shot, or like there's 100 people in a car jumping up and down.
I think the shocks are gone. Like that thing is just moving.
Damn, I bet the agents were like, what kind of fucking death trap do you have my actor in? Pieces of work. But yeah, the shooting scene, also, it was cool. Like, I like the setup, him putting the gun to his boy's head, putting the gun to his own head. But the way he shoots himself, it's just corny, man. I don't know. I don't buy it. I just don't like the way any of it looks after the fact either. They didn't spend any money on the Tom Savini of it all here. Grieving, Butch convinces Postmaster P to fight back using marijuana laced with 4-leaf clovers, which can weaken the Leprechaun and neutralize his powers long enough to steal back the flute. We skimmed over it earlier, but he did smoke some weed with Ice-T, and right before he bit off his finger earlier in the movie. This was the only quote I knew from the movie, having never watched it. He says, "A friend with weed is a friend indeed."
I feel like that's all over the place.
Yeah, I think Warwick Davis wrote that motherfucker. Or maybe we all just heard that on the playground back in the day.
And here I had a note just watching the movie and writing stuff down. Lep has a group of women to whom he manages? Question mark.
Zombie fly girls, baby.
That's his harem of zombie fly girls who he fucks the ones that are hypnotized to death.
Has a quote right here.
One of these characters.
Butch. Butch says, "I think you fucking him to death." That's a legit quote. Postmaster P's like, he keeps hypnotizing women and they go up the elevator. Postmaster P's like, and why is he doing that? "I think he fucking him to death." And they just fucking keep going. Like, no one acknowledges that all these women are dying.
And he shows up. I call him Post. I don't call him by the Postmaster P. It's way too much.
Oh, it's one of your homies. I got you.
He shows up to Post House with a Leprechaun for Dummies book, and I forgot all about that series of books from back in the day.
That's a damn product of his time right there. But yeah, so apparently Leprechaun's just like horny. He's not even pursuing gold anymore. He's just, I'm just going to stay holed up in this hotel and fuck all these bitches. At the top of this elevator.
And nobody messes with him, apparently. Nobody knows he's there.
He's like a damn kingpin at this point. Like fucking, you need Spider-Man, fucking Daredevil, and the Punisher to break in and take his ass out. It's like The Wire or some shit. Here's where shit gets hot, boys. Disguised in drag, the duo infiltrate the Leprechaun's nightclub. I have written down here because I'm not really fucking sure what's going on. They free the zombie fly girls using clover lace joints, locate the Leprechaun, and trick him into smoking one, knocking him unconscious, and allowing them to reclaim the flute. This is one of the best lines from Butch, too, when they're going up the elevator. He says, "Damn, Post, you look good as fuck." Because Post is in a dress with a
Dude,
wig.
I'm telling you, I'm like, there's this whole build up in the entire movie that
says,
Butch is a
"Fuck
virgin.
you."
I'm thinking he's about to tear that V card up and he's gonna fuck.
I was waiting for some.
He's gonna fuck Post.
I don't know if they were telling Post to do push-ups before every scene, but that dude was jacked out of his mind.
Fucking looking like Adonis Creed between every set. He's just like, all right, where the fuck Rocky at?
Oh, and I thought, I don't know if you two saw this, his quote-unquote club that he has looks like the exact same set from the bar in Leprechaun in Space.
Yeah, I could see it. I think the review I read, I don't know if they were just fucking dicking around or if they had some insider knowledge, but they said specifically that they shot the movie at film offices in Los Angeles. And I could see like every one of these being, it's like some agent's office in Los Angeles that they just, let's throw some fucking trash on the ground and pretend like we at a club.
I mean, the sets, again, look bad.
Yeah, sets aren't great. The gore's not where I want it to be. And the act, I'm not going to get into the list right now, but we all know it exists. What you guys think about right before they go into drag and infiltrate the club? Postmaster P's having like these flashbacks. He dreams about Stray Bullet coming in with blood on his face. It looked fucking terrible. Skip that one. But he also had a dream about him coming to his blind grandma's house, who's going to fucking cook some food for the Leprechaun. And she just rubbing his hands and shit.
Dude, she's
you got the arthritis.
Man, you got the arthritis real bad. Your little hand is all knotted.
I'm going to feed you. I'm going to have to feed your little ass. Go wash your hands. That was like one of the best scenes of the fucking movie.
When she's trying to feed him, that was the only time movie I laughed so hard.
Trying to bite it. She keeps moving the fork around. How you going to get this poor blind woman to cook for his ass and feed him? All right, as they attempt to escape, Mac Daddy intercepts the duo and kills our poor boy Butch. Postmaster P shoots Mac Daddy, but the Leprechaun recovers and uses the magic to overpower him. In the chaos, Mac Daddy lands one last hit before the Leprechaun violently kills his ass. The fight ends with Postmaster P surviving with the flute and the amulet spinning in the air yet again in a very specific bit of wire work. I could see the wires on that motherfucker when it was in the air. It was bad.
Oh, could you? Okay.
It was a perfect square, the shape of the amulet. I was like, God damn it. This looks like this is why I shouldn't watch this shit on an HD TV.
It wasn't that bad on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It reminded me of when we watched Sleepaway Camp and we saw the fucking kid in the wig. I was like, God damn it. Like, I wasn't supposed to see all this, but because I'm watching this in HD on this big-ass TV, I clearly can see what's going on here.
I'll be honest, man. Butch came across like a good dude, and he gets shot, and he looks at Post and goes, "I can't die in a dress, man."
He says, "You think they got pussy in heaven?" And that's how he died. This poor guy with the V card just clocking out. And then Ice-T getting his ass gutted, I guess. It's like a move Leprechaun had used earlier in the movie. I guess it's the most carnage we kind of get as far as the gore. I don't know if it landed any kind of appropriate jab for you guys, but I felt kind of flat again for me.
He has like Jedi powers now, I guess.
Like he can control control their movements and shit. He ain't never done that before.
Yeah, hypnotizing people. He should have used his damn flute back.
No,
in the
he didn't
first one.
hypnotize
He had
shit. He
Jennifer-
was moving his hand and fucking making
He
the
could
dude
have
shoot
Jennifer
himself in
Aniston
the
as a
head.
damn sex slave this whole time. We didn't even know
Goodness
it.
gracious.
We never would have got friends.
Mm-mm-mm.
Man, we are so far from that first film. Speaking
I know,
about what he
dude.
does.
Motherfucking have been to space and back. Well, he's going to space eventually. Sorry, we ain't got to that.
Let me tell you.
That's hundreds of years away. Alrighty, sometime later, Postmaster P has become a successful rapper who raps in the dark to no audience at all, but I digress. And he reveals glowing green eyes, showing he is under the Leprechaun's control. The Leprechaun, now effectively controlling the music industry, celebrates his victory. I taught him everything he knows, I think is the quote
I
there.
come from the land of the
Leprechaun.
Irish Spring. Dublin's the place where I learned my thing. From the Emerald Isle to the place in the hood, I'm a man of green, come to do no good.
That's your damn credit scene.
And he said, I'm so bad, I'm good. Is he talking about the movie?
Yeah, that's a little winking bit there from Mr. Davis. Yeah, so Leprechaun is in control of the entertainment industry, boys. At this point, I don't know why he would go back to the hood. I'm assuming that we're going to completely forget this movie happened again, like this franchise seems to do every single time.
That's a good point. I remember how the second one, I guess the sixth installment.
Who can't wait for next year, obviously.
Yeah, well, I'm just getting excited.
His hands rubbing together. He said the same thing
Why
about Jason
does-
Goes to Hell, remember?
Oh, yeah, I got to stop. I got to stop.
Love it when a franchise takes a left turn. Mr. Hootie, what piece of memorabilia you're bringing home from the year 2000? Do not say that crystal clear dildo, because that's clearly going to be mine.
Well, yeah, okay. All right. Well, you took that from me.
Bro, it was even a see-through dildo. Like, that's amazing.
Man, Joey, it seems like he
Feats-
really looked into
He
this.
really
the feats
paused
of
the
human
movie
technology.
quite a bit and was staring at that dildo.
Hootie wanted to know why I was in the movie and why I wasn't at his fucking house.
I think I'm going to grab the original, the first time we see it in the I guess the 70s era, petrified leprechaun statue. Put that bad boy in the
Oh,
backyard.
damn. You playing with fire, boy.
Because that one was green. It was like bright green.
Maybe it was like the Statue of Liberty had like a bunch of damage to it over time and it just kind of molded up or got nasty, rusted. Joey, what do you want to take home from this one?
Man, let me get some of that Bubba OG 4-leaf clover kush. Boy, it puts the lep on his ass. I can only imagine what it do to me.
It's the bomb, I think they
It's
say in the movie.
the bomb.
The bomb?
Unique aroma. No, what does he fucking say? He says some other shit. It's actually pretty fucking good. Curious aroma. Interesting blend.
The scene in the bathroom might be the best scene in the movie. We didn't really harp on it, but it might be the defining scene in this entire movie. I'm grabbing the fucking flute and keep it simple. Obviously, it's got some magical properties. I don't think we're going to see it again, so
Are you going to actually play it? Are you going to just like...
I'm gonna get this captive audience of ours more captivated with Joey's rendition of, what was it? I'm a man from Ireland. What was the name of the rap? Did it have a name?
Lep in the hood, come to do no good. No,
The Lip Hood.
I think it's called Come to Do No Good. I'm a wheat green man who's new to town. Show me what you do when you get down. I'll go up and you'll go down. We'll cause a scene. You'll love the green.
Yeah, damn. Remember when we should sell songs on iTunes for $1? For 99 cents, we'll send you Joey's Leprechaun in the Hood entire rap. 99 cents.
Yeah, I'll do the
Cash
whole
out. Cash
thing.
out that.
If you guys donate
The whole
$50
thing.
to our Cash App,
To the Silk
I'll
Stockings
do the
soundtrack.
whole fucking thing.
But the beat is actually the Silk Stockings fucking score the entire time for some reason. All right, fellas, 2000s Lep in the Hood is no more. Let's get out some grade books here. Let's be kind. Let's think about spring and rebirth and all that's ahead of us. Mr. Joseph, tell me what you think about Leprechaun.
Well, we've already talked about it. Ice-T is da bomb in the movie. He does a great job.
Da bomb.
The dude is, I don't think he realizes he's in a Leprechaun movie. I think he thinks he's in another fucking gangster film. And he really like goes the extra mile to make you believe his character is who he actually is. And Warwick Davis, always great in this role, really brings life to the character. I mean, with that said, the movie is shit. Like it's a traditionally bad movie. But as awful as the movie is in a traditional sense, there is rarely a time when I'm watching Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun that I would describe as a bad time. Like, I'm always entertained, regardless. But the setting is refreshing compared to the last entry. It's back to leaning more into comedy, which I appreciate, while still bouncing out with a horror. The kills are pretty weak and kind of brushed aside in favor of focusing on the main protagonist, which is a departure from the norm. Because I feel like for the rest of the franchise, like, the kills are front and center, right? Like, everything's just a build up to how ridiculous the next kill can be. And that really isn't really a focus this time around. But yeah, you can tell, like, the franchise is on the wane, and Warwick's time as the Leprechaun is drawing to a close. But for me, it still has, it has the nostalgia of the early 2000s that I still appreciate. So with that said, I graded out with a C.
So, Leprechaun in the Hood is a film I remember being so excited for when it came to local video stores I've talked about earlier in the show, because I had no idea it was even in production. Before the internet became what it is today, a straight-to-video movie was just that, without advertising. You showed up to your movie store, and there's a new Leprechaun movie out. I enjoyed In the Hood when it first came out, and I'm happy to say that for the most part, it was still a fun ride. The franchise has gone full comedy and a bit of a paint-by-numbers laugh factory, but you still get Warwick Davis putting together a great performance as a Leprechaun. I mean, he is the backbone of this franchise. Without Warwick Davis, I'm not sure there even is a franchise. The acting is pretty bad from everyone else besides Ice-T, and the production value is lacking in a lot of areas, mainly set design. Still, I highly recommend this film if you are a fan of the Leprechaun franchise. If nothing else, just hanging out with Warwick Davis for an hour and a half. I give this film a C.
All right, let me wrap it up. This movie is exactly what you think it is, and honestly, that's kind of the charm. Leprechaun in the Hood is ridiculous, dumb as hell, and fully aware of that fact. Warwick Davis is clearly having a blast, and the movie leans hard into that goofy, low-budget chaos. But man, it is a mess, no doubt there. The pacing's all over the place, the jokes don't always land, and the plot feels like it was written on a napkin 5 minutes before shooting. All that being said, there's just enough camp and insanity here to keep it watchable with your homeboys. It's not good, but it is not boring either. And for that, I will hand a C- to Mr. Spera. This one is dumb fun if you are in the right mood. Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. So the guesses did not matter, but we took a shot anyway, trying to be within 5% on Rotten Tomatoes audience score. Guesses. I said this would be a 45%. Hootie said a 55%. Joey said a 60%. The actual audience score was a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The audience let me down on this one.
The audience said, meh. This has probably had a lot more exposure than we were anticipating, just because of 2000s DVDs, people actually renting movies at the time. A lot of people probably saw this bad boy at home. So we'll take an L, an imaginary L. Nothing at stake there. 2 mandatory assignments in a row. We are now back into our usual flow. And if you can even scratch your brain that far back into the past, you might remember we were actually coming off a loss. We will be watching a random movie for our next entry.
Feels like forever since we've done that.
I know, right? We've been on for the movies that we chose.
It's been a while since I last saw you.
We shit in the bed on the movies we get assigned, but for the ones we choose, we seem to have a good idea of where they're going to land. The Void, we did not land in sync with the audience. So we are going to go to the internet, smack a little wheel of fortune, as it were, and see what that bad boy spits out for us to cover on the next episode. All right, boys, looks like we're not going far from where we had just ventured. We're going to 2002.
Ew.
Resident Evil.
Yes.
I know Joy's going to want to talk about those nipples.
I'm going to talk about them nipples for 45 minutes.
30 minutes. It's going to be an hour and a half of
talk about multipass.
I Betty Davis nips.
Really liked this movie when it came out. I watched it in theaters, but we'll see if it holds up.
I still like it.
Oh, yes. I think we got some history with this one. And we got the Zach Kreger, not a remake, but a reimagining, from what I understand. Something more loyal to the games. Apparently, he's never seen the movies. He's only played the games.
Yes, my man.
Get him, Kreger.
Get him, Creed.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool
Get
to go
him,
back
Creed.
to when I was a 14-year-old young man watching this in a theater myself. All right, folks, we're going to hop on YouTube and watch our trailer from 2002 for Resident Evil. You can watch along with us on our YouTube channel. Catch our reactions there. Otherwise, we will be back here with you in a few short moments. Well, boys, that was a trailer for 2002's Resident Evil, courtesy of our random Wheel of Chaos. Where do we think that bad boy sits on that Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, that bitch gonna
audience
sit at a
score?
52.
Damn. 52. I'm gonna say there were a lot of people who loved the games who didn't love this flick. I'm gonna say a 40%.
I'm going to go high. It's audience. I don't think it was that bad. I'm going to say 65.
Oh, shit. Shoot your damn shot, Mr. Hootie. 65. Alrighty, good folks. Happy spring. Luckily, that shitty winter is now behind us. Thank you for spending some time with us. Thank you for listening. Check us out at horriblefilmschool.com. Get links to the episodes, the social channels, and our merch store. As always, you can support us for free in the 3 easiest ways known to mankind. You can rate us, you can review us, and you can subscribe to us. If you're feeling generous, send us some of that gold and some of that bomb clover weed. I'm sending love and support to women, a.k.a. zombie fly girls, under the power of a severely older little man. Snap out of it.
If you're hearing our voices, spread the love, spread the campaign that is the Horrible Film School. And with that, I get to travel back into the hive with Resident Evil. I'm out.
Thanks for all the likes, the subs, the listens, the follows, the downloads. We really appreciate you guys and gals' support, as well as your time and attention. Be sure to join us next time when we get to stare at Mila Jovovich's nipples for about an hour and a half in 2002's Resident Evil. Class dismissed.